Oh, yes, yes. How are you again? Welcome back to our online English course. Previously, we discussed how to express ourselves in past events or actions uh, for the positive sentences. Remember that we have talked much about it, but reminding you that we said that in order to express ourselves well for the past events or actions, were some issues that we need to take in consideration with. We talked about indicators. If you remember, we said that we normally use some indicators of the past tense, like yesterday, which we say is jana in Swahili language, and the last, which is iliyopita, and we said that you can use last by indicating the exactly time that you are talking about. For example, last week or last weekend, last month or last year. But also, apart from yesterday and the last, we also said that we can use ago, which means iliyopita. Two, you can say 2 minutes ago, 5 weeks ago, and so on. But also we said that we need to be careful with the way we are using our verbs, because we'll be using two kind of verbs. The first is regular verb, and the second one is irregular verb. And we said that in regular verbs we are just adding ed. For example, play, played, and the dance, danced. And irregular verb do not take ed, so they take other forms. For example, come becomes came, and the take becomes took. If you remember, there were sentences that we laid down as an example in our learning, and the same sentences that we used over there from the previous lesson, we are going to use it to discuss the idea of how to make negative sentences in past tense or past events or actions. For example, uh, in forming the negative sentences in past event, we normally add did not to the positive sentences. For example, in the first sentence that says, she came here in the morning. She came here in the morning. What we are going to do to make that sentence negative, we are just adding did not uh, after the subject before the verb itself. And she came here in the morning is going to be she did not come here in the morning. As you can see, the word did not is added after the subject. The subject may be a pronoun or a noun. I know that you remember. So we say she did not come here in the morning. Another issue to notice over there is the nature of the verb. Remember that when we are expressing these sentences in positive sentence, we are just using regular or irregular verbs. But when we are making this sentence negative, the verbs must remain on their basic forms. So we are not going to add ed, or we are not going to change the form of the verb even if they are irregular verbs. So the verb is going to remain as it is. As you can see, she did not come, not she did not came. Okay, we are not using came over there in the negative sentence. You can also take an example from the second sentence that says, we played football last weekend. We played football last weekend. As usual, as we have agreed that we are adding did not, the sentence we played football last weekend is going to be, we did not play football last weekend. Remember that when you are using did not, the verb should go back to its basic form. So we are not going to use played. We are not going to say we did not played. We are going to say we did not play. The verb play must remain on its basic form. Another sentence is Amina celebrated her birthday last week. Amina celebrated her birthday last week. To form that sentence negative, we are going to add did not, as we have said. So the sentence will be Amina did not celebrate her birthday last weekend. Remember that it is not allowed to say Amina did not celebrated. Okay, we are not adding ed over there. Did not is enough. Did indicates that the sentence is in the past tense already, so the verb should remain on its basic form. So the correct sentence for expressing past event in negative form is going to be Amina did not celebrate her birthday last weekend. But also you can use the same rule in making questions. Okay, and in making questions we are using the word did, okay, to make questions. For example, you can say did she come here in the morning? That is a question. Did she come here in the morning? You can see we are using did, and then we plus with the subject she. You can also put a noun over there, for example did Amina. Okay, and the verb also is on its basic form. Did she come? We are not saying did she came. Okay, we are saying did she come here in the morning? Okay, and if you are considering yes or no questions and the answers, you are going to say yes, she came here in the morning, or no, she did not come here in the morning. So for yes you are using positive sentence, and for no you are using negative sentence. For yes you must follow the structure of the positive sentence, and for no you must follow the structure of the negative sentence, which we have talked about. Another sentence, for example, is did we play football last weekend? Did we play football last weekend? Again, we are using did in asking questions, and then after did we are adding a subject, which can be a pronoun or a noun. Here it is a pronoun. We say we, did we, and then the verb is on its basic form, play. Okay, so we are saying did we play football last weekend? And if we are going to answer that, we are going to say yes, we agree. If we agree, we are going to say yes, we played football last weekend. Remember, in positive sentence we must add ed. Yes, we played football last weekend. But in negative sentence we are not adding ed, so it is going to be no, we did not play football last weekend. You can also learn from this example. Did Amina celebrate her birthday last weekend? Did Amina celebrate her birthday last weekend? You can see we are using did, as I said, and then the subject is there is a noun, Amina, did Amina, and then the verb it is there on its basic form. Did Amina celebrate her birthday last weekend? So you're going to say yes if you agree. You say yes, Amina celebrated her birthday last weekend, or you say yes, she celebrated her birthday last weekend, because you can exchange a noun with you a pronoun. Or you are going to disagree by saying no, Amina did not celebrate her birthday last weekend. Oh no, she did not celebrate her birthday last weekend. And remember that when you are using did not, the verb should remain on its basic form. Okay, up to there or up to now we have already covered some most of the issues that are used in expressing the past events. I hope that you'll be ready for doing different exercises that are going to be delivered to you through our WhatsApp group. and then drop your comment. If you have any questions related to the issues that we have discussed about expressing past events, you are allowed also to comment, to send a message, or even to call me and discuss it. Okay, until next time, ciao again.